Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a tarot, especially love for April 2017. And I'm going to use my Kabbalistic cards to do that. And this is for you coming from Taurus. So let me just shuffle the cards quickly. The first card that I pull will have to do with the first 15 days of April. So let's start with your romance area. Now, the signs on this card say that you are going to have a very difficult first 15 days in the area of romance. There are signs of arguments, there are signs of conflict, of provocation, financial issues also being involved. So in your romance situation, all of this that I've mentioned could be the cause of causing a lot of tension in your romantic area. So you cannot afford to be argumentative, and you cannot afford to be provocative, because that thread of romance can become very fragile and can be broken in the first 15 days of April. Take the soft approach. Try also not to stray, showing attention to somebody else. This is another sign on this card. I like to use Kabbalistic cards because they're signs of planetary signs and also Zodiac signs. So there's also a danger of you being caught showing interest to somebody else, sending messages to somebody else. And that could be another reason why there's a problem. The other reason is that you may have more interest somewhere else, and so your romantic situation could be weakening. This could be actually happening to your partner, and so you are the person who could be the victim anyway. So I am talking to you, so you have to listen to this message. Okay? Now regarding marriage, there shows many issues in this card. One of them financial, one of them to do with disagreements. So in your marriage area, the first 15 days is going to be also very difficult. And you cannot expect to get away showing anger, showing temper, showing arrogance. Don't do that. And if you can manage not to do that, then you will be able to somehow keep the thread of marriage not from breaking. Otherwise, the situation shows that it can go to the extreme. Okay? I'm also going to give you good ages and good dates, and also a bad series of dates, so that you can be very careful. But I'll do that after I finish the last 15 days. This is a card for the last 15 days. Now it shows that you have more control in the last 15 days. So in the last 15 days you get help in romance areas. You can find a romance. You will be traveling. The chances of travel are also there. And this romance could come while you are traveling. Or it could be that somebody else is traveling, and that person who is traveling would have the opportunity to meet you wherever you are. It can have worked both ways. And so the planets of love in Taurus are expecting you, and they are waiting to give you something in the last 15 days. And this will become very fertile, this romance. And by fertile, I mean that it will grow very nicely. So look forward to the last 15 days. Communicate with the ones you want to have a romance with, and you will see that situations turn very quickly to your favor. Now regarding marriage, this card says that you have a much better chance now in the last 15 days to get your marriage situation right. So whatever happened in the first 15 days, all that chaos can now be repaired. And so you have the opportunity to bond together again. So plan things together more and more in the last 15 days to overcome what happened in the first 15 days. In your last 15 days, it says that your past issues that are troubling you are slowly coming under control. So solutions will be found. And also there's opportunity in the last 15 days of a family expansion. If there can be an addition to your family as well. All right? So that's good news for you. In your last 15, now I'm going to hold up both cards, first 15 and last 15. And I'm going to give you some lucky dates, so that on these lucky dates, if you're looking for romance, you can find it, or on these lucky dates, helps you to bond your romance or your marriage areas as well. Now, the dates the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th have come up. So bookmark these dates. Go out with your romance or marriage partner. Go out socializing. Have a good time, and you will bond very nicely. And also these dates can mean that something of good fortune can happen to for the both of you, you and your marriage partner or romance partner. Now I'm going to give you a series of ages to give an example how if you are of these series of ages, you might be able to do very well and find romance and overcome the difficulties of marriage or romance in the first 15 days as well. So you will be in a position of strength if you are the ages of, let me see, 19 or 28 or, no, that's not right. I'm looking at the signs of Jupiter. So I'm looking at your ages of 20 or 29 or 38 or 47 or 56 or 65 or 74. Now, if you happen to be of these ages in the month of April, then you are going to be very lucky. This is for Taurus, okay? You are going to be very lucky, and you are going to overcome whatever difficulties even in the first 15 days. Now, I'm going to give you a set of ages where you have to be very, very careful. And if you are of these ages, you can really get the worst in romance and also the worst in marriage. So you have to be especially careful. Now, if you happen to be the ages of 27 or 36 or 45 or 54 or 63 or 72, then you have to be very careful in the areas of romance or marriage. You will find that a small problem grows to become an unmanageable problem. A little provocation can become one big difficulty in reconciliation. And you have to be careful that arguments can lead to severe distress for each other, the name calling and etc. etc. So if you are of these ages, be very cautious. Now, if you are not of any of these ages, you will be in the middle ground. So listen to my advice and you'll be able to manage yourself. It would be good one day if we can Skype, because I would like to look at your palms. And looking at your palms, I will be able to see the emotional lines, how strong they are, and whether new additional lines means new romance. And so either communicate with me through Skype or through Facebook. And if you go to Facebook, look me up and follow me. And by all means, we can find a communication and therefore make a date to Skype. I charge USD 50 to Skype, okay? And so for that USD 50, you get 90 minutes with me. And in that 90 minutes, I will cover all areas of your life: career, business, health, personal areas, romance, marriage. And I will be very accurate for you for your next 5 or 6 years. I will be knowing your date of birth and your time of birth and look at your palms through Skype. Until then, thank you and goodbye.